Steak and lobster. You know what that means. We are going to war. To war we are going.
Hey man, did you hear? They're serving steak and lobster at the DFAC. We got to go get in line. Hell yeah, let's go. Wait a minute. You said steak and lobster? Yeah, this is like the best day ever. Why? What's the problem? You know that's the meal before we deploy, right?
It's happening. I'm seeing soldiers post their steak and lobster dinners. We all know what that means. In addition, the Pentagon Pizza Index is spiking.
Y'all prepare yourself because we must be going to war or something. We gotta be going to war.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, it's no longer a rumor. It's no longer maybe, maybe not. Looks like it was not our favorite lady who was so excited about steak and lobster only. More people have come out in the military to talk about this issue because every single day it's more of them that are being served the same meal. Is this a confirmation that actually, for real, DJT is second Americans to support Israel? Y'all know I have to keep on calling that country Israel because YouTube, you know what time it is. Yeah, it be doing the most. Yes, to the WAR, Americans are going. Americans are going to the WAR. Tell your neighbor to tell a cousin that Americans are going to WAR. Most especially black people are not entertaining this nonsense. Black people done coming out and saying, we, them. Also, the Latinos for Trump. I will vote for Donald Trump. Those ones, they can go. They were so excited, they can go. MAGA, yeah. The Nebraska farmers that don't have no jobs no more, they don't have land no more, they can go and support Israel. No, because it's becoming more evident every single day that this man is very serious about a WAR.
Let me tell you, when the Army and the Navy and everybody start giving out steaks and lobsters for breakfast, something is amiss. I just feel like I'm not sure what. You know what I'm saying? Like, I feel like that's the perfect situation. Like, if I was a king or a queen and I wanted my soldiers to really roll out for me, I would be like, yeah, give them me too. You know what I'm saying? Give them a little ale to help the pain that is about to be bestowed upon a generation of people. Give the frontline runners steak and lobster on their meal plan. That's how I feel. And I don't know about y'all, but that don't seem like a good sign. It seems very WW3, and I'm not talking wrestlers. It seems very scary. And that's just my side.
It's happening. I'm seeing soldiers post their steak and lobster dinners. We all know what that means. In addition, the Pentagon Pizza Index is spiking. If you don't know what that means, basically around the Pentagon, there's a bunch of pizza restaurants that will basically get more influx in their sales, meaning that people around the Pentagon are having these late night meetings and, you know, primarily about what's going on, conflicts, war, and basically, in case you were thinking that what's happening right now isn't serious, I think those are two pretty good indicators. The pizza index has been basically accurate since the 1980s. And if you don't know what the steak and lobster means, just go look it up.
Because why are we seeing more Americans being fed the same meal? It's a goodbye meal. Is it time to say prayer for the United States of America? Because clearly, after Iran came out and said, we will be coming for y'all, DJT opened his big mouth and he said, you know, Iran, just so you know, wait, what? We? Americans are like, we? Okay. Yeah. Now each and every day that yellow man is opening his mouth to let Iran know that America is coming. Every single day, Americans are being fed lobster and steak. And people are concerned. In 2025, as if the trauma Americans are facing in 2025 ever. Lord have mercy, it's just 6 months. Lord have mercy, 6 months. Americans have not caught a break. And the man is looking for WAR. Wow. With Iran. considering the bad history America has with the Middle East, with Iran.
I served 13 years in the United States Army, so I kind of want to put my input on this steak and lobster theory. My personal experience is when I was deployed to Iraq and we would go, or we would be on the main base where they had the big defect, that they would do a surf and turf night every once a week or once a month or something like that. I wasn't really sure how often it was, but it was pretty common from what I understood. So with that being said, you know, it's kind of like it could mean something bad's about to happen. Just based on like growing up in the military, you're kind of told like, hey, they're feeding us good, something bad's about to happen, or it's just said a lot, and maybe it's just a joke or whatever. But it wasn't always the case that something bad's about to happen or bad news was about to be broke or whatnot. And I think that a lot of individuals that are posting videos about this specific theory or whatever have no personal experience with serving in the military, being deployed, or getting into some shit. So I think for them to be talking about it is kind of silly because they have no personal experience with it. And third off, I think that the specific situation we're talking about right now, as when that individual posts the video of them eating steak and lobster, it just so happened to be that it's the Army's birthday. So that's common that for a celebration like that, that steak and lobster would also be served. And I just also want to point out that when you hear steak and lobsters being served, you're like, oh, steak and lobster, but it's probably the lowest of grades of steak and lobster that one could find. So do with that what you will, but that's actually the case. So if you don't have any experience with it, please just don't speak on it.
Okay, so boom. So America might be getting ready to go to war because Iran just pulled up and said, America, fuck you, and get up out our business. Because if you pull up over here and you think you want some smoke, it's up and it's stuck. So you better be ready for this. So now, long story cliff noted, and as far as I know, Iran and Izzy been beefing back and forth for a minute. At one point in the game, they was cool, but then Iran had a switching regime, and when the regime switched, they was like, you know what, Israel, actually, we really don't with you for real. That's been a little beef, right? Mind you, Iran and Israel got the two best militaries out in the Middle East. So now fast all the way forward, what heated the smoke up recently is that you know Iran is the plug for Hamas and Hezbollah and all them, right? And you know they've been going back and forth with Israel. So fast all the way forward again, over the last couple of days, Iran and Israel been spinning a block on each other. Now the situation done got out of hand because Iran is like, Israel, be sick of your shit. So at this point in the game, if we finna run this fade, it is what it is. Go crazy. And Israel is like, Iran, fuck you. Matter of fact, hooty hoo. Now here come America.